again, and welcome to another edition of Nick's Impromptu Reviews. And today I'm going to review Ticket to Ride. Now, I apologize for showing you this part of the box, but my box got messed up, so I have to pretty much put it in a new container right here. But yeah, this is what's left of the box because I play this game so much. Anyways, Ticket to Ride, it is a train connecting game created by Alan Moon, and he's pretty famous now. He's a pretty famous game designer. This is the game that pretty much put him on the map. And it's a real elegantly designed, easy train connecting game that uses a gin rummy mechanic where you have to collect sets of cards and lay down trains. It's very simple to play. Won a lot of rewards. In fact, it won the Spiel des Jahres back in 2004. And the Spiel des Jahres, as you know, is kind of like the Academy Award of board games. But anyways, what's my opinion on this? I'll tell you it right now.
Okay, so in Ticket to Ride, you start out with this nice big map of the United States, and it has all the major cities like Omaha, Denver, LA, San Francisco, New York, and so on. And also at the end of this board you have a scoring track, okay? And the object of the game is to get the most victory points. Now, how you get victory points, you can either get victory points by laying down trains to make a route, laying down trains, and you can get victory points by getting these tickets, and these tickets give you an objective. So if you, for instance right here, if you can connect a route from San Francisco to Atlanta, you get 17 bonus points. Okay, so if you somehow connect, let's say here's San Francisco, make a route with your trains all the way down to Atlanta any way you can, there's Atlanta right over there, then you'll get 17 victory points. And that's how you get points. Now the game starts out, you start out with these cards, okay? You'll start out with 4 colored train cards, okay? Now, on your turn, you have 3 choices. You can either grab 2 cards, which is a combination of a blind deck or one that are face-up. You'll have 5 face-up cards all the time. Or you can lay down a track. If you have enough cards, you can lay down a train track and get points. Or you can get a ticket. Now, you start out with at least 2 tickets. When you start the game, you grab 3 and you gotta keep at least 2 tickets. Now, why wouldn't you want to keep all of them? Well, if you guys are familiar with Scrabble, in Scrabble, tiles that you don't use, you get a minus points. Well, it's the same thing here. If you cannot complete a route at the end of the game, you'll get minus points. Okay, so for instance, let's say at the end of the game I can't connect this Toronto to Miami, then I'll get a minus 10 points. Okay, so you have to get, at the beginning, you have to get at least 2 of the 3. You can keep all 3, but you gotta keep at least 2 of them. Okay, so like for instance, a good strategy right here. Let's see. Actually, that's really not a good combination, but maybe you can get these 2 because maybe you can connect those 4 dots. I don't know. But anyways, you got to keep at least 2 of them. And when you grab another route, and which is your option during your turn, you grab 3, and you have to keep at least 1 of them. Okay, so it's not as strict when you get another route. Okay, so yeah, so those are the 3 options. Oh, and one more thing, when you grab a card, let's look at this card. This is a wild card. Okay, if you grab this wild card face up, this counts as your 2. Okay, so if you're gonna grab a wild card, that's the only card you can grab. But generally, you can grab 2 cards on your turn. Okay, now laying down tracks. Let's see. To lay down tracks, if you look at all the routes over here, they're all color coded. Okay, now you must have all cards of the corresponding color to connect a route. So for instance, Nashville to Raleigh, looks like you need 1, 2, 3 black cards. If you don't have 3 black cards, you won't be able. You cannot put like two trains down and then on the next turn wait to get a third one and then lay that track. No, you have to have 3 black cards in your hand to lay down that track. And once you do that, you take your color and you fill in those spaces to show that you've completed that route. And there you go, you completed a route and you get points for that. Now that's a 3 train route, so you look at this little score chart right here and it says 3 trains equal 4 points, okay? And as you can see, it gets better when you get more trains. Like 1 train, you get 1 point, 2 trains, you get 2 points, and right here, wow, if you connect 6 trains, if you connect a 6 train route, you get 15 points. And there are quite a few 6 train routes, like right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you collect 6 red cards, you can lay down that route and you'll get 15 big points. Okay, so that's it. And you can use these wild cards for any color. And that is pretty much the game. Let's see, did I cover everything? Let's see, cards, routes, trains. Okay, yeah, well, let me talk about the end game. So this goes on, and like I said, you take 1 turn, you either draw the cards, draw a route, or lay down a train track. And that's pretty much it. The game ends when when one person has 2 or less trains left. Okay, that triggers the last round. So once that happens, everyone around there gets 1 last turn, including the person who had only 2 trains left. And after that, you add up the points, and whoever has the most points wins. And also, there's one more thing. If you have the longest contiguous route, you get a bonus 10 points. Okay, and believe me, that makes a difference a lot. And that's pretty much the game. Very easy, but it's a lot of strategy to it.
Okay, as you can tell, the rules are very simple. You have only 3 options on your turn. Either take cards, lay down trains to claim a route, or get more tickets. And those are the only 3 options, so it seems real simple, but the strategy is very deep. The mechanics are simple, but when it comes to it, there is a lot of deep strategy. You gotta plan out your route. You have to see where others are going, and also you gotta understand that only 1 person can claim a route, so that means you could get blocked by another person. So with that, you have to now think of that, hey, I don't want to cover out my route, because you will have those players, and especially some of my game group, that just want to mess with you, okay? So you have to sort of you don't want to make it obvious that you're going that way, because believe me, there's some people who say, you know what, I'm just going to block their route just to upset them. And I guess that's good strategy, because you're preventing points. And the idea is to have the most points at the end of the game. So, yeah, despite the simplicity, there is a lot of strategy. You have to look at the routes, and when you claim routes and or claim tickets, you have to sort of see, should I keep this? Because maybe they're both going the same way. Maybe I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by claiming 2 routes. So yeah, there is a lot of strategy. And another thing is that when all the trains are laid down on the map, the board actually looks beautiful. As you can see here, like all those nice colors, and you can tell where everyone was going and all that. So yeah, this is one of those games that is very easy, but there's a lot of depth to it. And like I said, you can teach this to anybody. It's not that hard. And you can have very competitive games despite the simplicity, and there's still a lot to think about. So this is a really nice design game.
Okay, there is a category of games that us gamers call the gateway games. And a gateway game is a game that that's simple enough that you can introduce it to non-gamers, and that game will sort of introduce them to the whole new world of Euro and board games. And Ticket to Ride, in my opinion, is the best gateway type game. I had the most success introducing this game to non-gamers and friends, and they ended up buying copies of this game, and they tell their friends to buy copies. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time I sold a game, I have a lot of nickels. But anyways, yeah, I wish I had a royalty of how many games I sold, because I'd be making a good amount of money. Ticket to Ride, it's just a well-designed game. It's so simple, so elegant. It has that depth. I mean, good enough strategy that even you can mix hardcore gamers and totally new gamers, and you will have a competitive game. It's that easy. and it's very, very deep and complex. There are tournaments, and I still enjoy going to the tournaments at Strategicon, and it's very fun. I mean, I still like playing this game, and it's really just, I don't know, Alan Moon created a very good game. I mean, you know it's successful because you can buy this at Target, Walmart, and Toys R Us. Okay, that is a sign that your game has made it. And yeah, there are several versions. There are expansions. There's an Africa map. There's a European version, which is very popular. There's the, let me see, Africa. There's a Switzerland map. There's this Nordic countries map, which is for those people who want a more cutthroat type game. The Switzerland map and the Nordic countries map, it's a smaller map, which makes it more opportunity to block people and frustrate the others, if that's your type of game. But you know, even this basic USA version is really good, and this is the one I really recommend to start with. And it's still really good. Just buy it, and you know, you can teach anybody to play it in like 5 minutes. If they know how to play Rummy, if they know how to collect cards, right? If they know how to just match colors, I mean, you can play this game. And let me see, the age. I don't know what the age recommendation is, but yeah, age 8 and up, you know what? I can teach my 6-year-old nephew this game, and he can be pretty good at this. It's a very good game. Clearly one of my top 5 games of all time. And to be honest, this is sort of the gateway game for me, because before, I mean, I consider myself a gamer a long time, but I was playing like one game at a time. Like, okay, it was Magic the Gathering, then there was Warhammer, and then there was those Games Workshop games like Rogue Trooper and Talisman and all of that. But this is the game that sort of introduced me to those Euro type games that are popular now. And yeah, and I can give credit to Ticket to Ride. Yeah, and I don't know what more I can say about this game. It's just a great game. And even if you're a gamer, you should have this in your collection. There's no excuse. You should have this in your collection. If you're a non-gamer, you should have this in your collection. It's a great game. And if you're looking for a housewarming present or any type of present to give someone, hey, give them Ticket to Ride. And you won't go wrong with it. Okay? So, yes. Okay, so that's all the info I have about this. And with that, I'm going to give Ticket to Ride a 9 out of 10. If I were stuck on an island and I were to choose one game, this would probably be it. Ticket to Ride. Buy it. Okay, well, that is it. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye-bye.